So this is my favorite time to be a card game player, and that is brand new set season, spoiler season, new release season. I just like playing with new stuff. You know, my favorite thing in card games is deck building. I love the creativity, thinking of crazy ways to abuse cards, especially like the less powerful cards, trying to figure out a home for them. In theory, crafting things, and I just like new stuff. It gets me excited. If you can't tell, I'm genuinely very excited. So, Legends of Runeterra spoiler season for the next set is just now upon us. We just started getting the new cards, and let's dive into some of the new stuff they've shown, because I am excited and I need someone to talk to about this stuff, and you're the one I've chosen. We got a set of 5 cards here today showing off some synergies with landmarks. I love landmarks. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a big fan of landmarks. I think they're very, very fun. Not always the most powerful, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with them, and I think they're exciting. So we have a few cards here that synergize with landmarks specifically. And the first one, and these are all Shurima cards, as you can tell by the Shurima icon on the top. Anyways, so the first one's the Preservationist, which has really, really, really cool art. I love the like automaton, like tinkery, clockworky art style that all these cards have. It makes me happy. That is neither here nor there, which I don't think that saying makes sense here. Anyways, so we have the Preservationist, 5 mana, 4/4. Not the most exciting body, but its ability is sweet. It has a play effect, advance an allied landmark 3 rounds. This is really, really exciting to me. I like this a lot. And the first thing I thought about with all of these cards that are showed that advance countdown is Frozen Thralls. I love Lysandra. Not necessarily as much the combo Watcher Shadow Isles versions, but my favorite Lysandra deck is the Talia Lysandra deck, which is not super great. It's been a pretty low tier deck, but the Frozen Thrall synergy is something I really, 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 really like. And being able to advance those even quicker to get big ol' 8/8s makes me excited. Maybe we're going to even see, with all of these advanced your landmark countdown synergies, maybe Promise Future finally finds a home, and we can get some big Frozen Thrall friends, which makes me excited. The cool thing about these cards to look at as well is it's not an allegiance effect, so you can put it in decks that aren't mono Shurima. I know a lot of people are thinking about these with the Buried Sun Disc, which makes sense. They are Shurima cards, and it does advance the Buried Sun Disc, which is good. Which you may just find, like, with these and the other card that we got yesterday with the cute art that's name I don't remember. Maybe we do see like a Turbo Sun Disc deck become viable, which would be sweet. Sun Disc is very, very cool. I want there to be such a powerful Sun Disc deck that we see landmark removal have to be commonplace. Like that's the world I want to live in. If you remember the first week or two of the Shurima set, like the first set, everyone was playing like Aftershock and Scorched Earth and all of the cards that destroy landmarks, just because we were all afraid of landmarks being too strong. Turned out that wasn't necessarily the case. But yeah, maybe we can see that now. Even things with like the hibernating, the grumpy rock bear guys. Maybe we see that happening. It opens up possibility for countdown landmarks that were too slow before, and that excites me. I love cards that become like a key piece, like a linchpin into archetypes that didn't exist before and create like a new archetype. And anything that makes Talia potentially more viable makes me happy, because I love Talia, even though she's not considered to be the best champion. Anyways, Preservationist, if you can't tell, I like the card. I'm excited about it. I think it's pretty sweet. Next one we have big ol' 8 mana for 7. He's got a big old butt, not a huge front. The Clock Hand, another Shurima card. When I'm summoned, create 2 instant Centuries in hand. And the instant Century, let me hide my face here real quick because you can't really like see it. Nope, that's just the frame. So this card is a 0 mana focus speed card that summons a random landmark with countdown or advance a landmark 4 rounds. So This card is pretty crazy. It's very strong. This is kind of like the Captain Farron for landmark decks, because it's like effect is very strong. You can since it makes 2 of these, you can either advance 2 of your landmarks 4 rounds, 1 landmark 8 rounds, or you can just summon a couple random landmarks. You can summon a random landmark, and then a lot of them have lower than 4 countdown anyways, and then you can advance it. There's a lot of flexibility with it. Its body's not super aggressive, so you're not obviously like ending the game with him attacking. He can defend really well. The 7 butt's huge, but obviously the stats aren't great for the mana cost, but the effect can be very powerful, especially if we get more like everything that they're hinting and showing here today is kind of showing that they're going to have more countdown landmarks, and we're like 1 or 2 really powerful landmarks away from like Talia being viable, this whole like landmark package being really strong. And this specifically makes a countdown landmark, so you're not going to get Howling Abyss, sadly. I'm sorry. But maybe we can give it countdown. I'm just kidding. That's stupid. But yeah, I think the card is really cool. Its power level is going to be completely determined on what other countdown landmarks we get, obviously, as this doesn't like blow out the game and win on the spot from the stuff we have right now necessarily. But it's another thing, like these cards, all of these cards really, they get more powerful as the game gets older, because anytime another countdown landmark is printed, or well, not printed because it's not paper, but made, I'm just gonna say printed, I don't care, I can say what I want. Anytime another countdown landmark is printed, these cards suddenly get more powerful. And so we could see a time where countdown landmark tribal is a thing, and that excites me. I want to talk about Time in a Bottle. It's a 2-mana focus spell. The first thing everyone's going to say is that it has Zillion on the art. Ooh, Zillion. He's got a good beard. It is 2 mana, predict and advance an allied landmark 2 rounds. So predict is really good. It's a powerful effect. We've seen like Chronomancer guy be very good. The ancient predictions or preparations or whatever, that card's really good too. Being able to, you know, smooth out your draws is a good ability. But also, you know, you get to advance your landmarks even more. There's even stuff like this, even the shorter landmarks, like the shorter countdown landmarks, like Blighted Ravine, the one that makes 2 paydays in Noxus that I can't remember, stuff like that. Being able to get the effect the turn you play it can be very powerful. I could see this in my like Talia Lysandra deck that I play. I play Blighted Ravine, and I'm playing all of the Frozen Thrall things. So playing a Blighted Ravine and activating it on the turn you play it sometimes matters. It's focus speed, so you can do it at sneaky times and your opponent can't react to it, so you get to just blow off the landmark and it works. But even things like, you know, I'm going to keep talking about Frozen Thralls because that's what I'm excited about. So even getting your Frozen Thralls into where the Draklorn Inquisitor can activate that same turn and get the, you know, the end effect and get the 8/8 out. It's a very powerful effect, but just like the clock hand, it really just depends on what countdown landmarks we have available and which ones are playable and that are seeing play. But I'm really excited for this card, not only because it has Zillion on it, who is awesome, just as a character and as a beard. You know, he's one of the few characters that gives me a run for my money and inspires me to grow a better beard, which is important. I like the card. Next, we have Imagined Possibilities, a 1-mana focus spell. We have a lot of focus spells here. Focus is a cool, interesting speed. But this creates a random landmark with countdown in hand, or advance your landmarks 1 round. So this advances all of your landmarks. So this has the Talia synergy, some like where if you duplicate a landmark and then you have multiples of it, it advances them all. Pretty good. 1 round is important for a lot of the countdown landmarks I talked about earlier, like Blighted Ravine and the Payday one. So that's important to think about as well. This does create a random landmark in hand, so it's not out on the battlefield when you play it, which would be pretty crazy strong. 1 mana make a countdown thing could be pretty nuts. Whereas like the instant Century one, it's summoning a random landmark, so remember that's a difference. But this card too is pretty good. I could see this being in that theory crafted Talia Lysandra deck that I've played a bunch. it had Howling Abyss in it before, but maybe you just don't play Howling Abyss and we could play more of the countdown stuff. Like these cards, like Time in a Bottle and Imagine Possibilities, they work really, really good with cards that have low countdowns too, like the Preservarium, one of my favorite cards in the entire game. But maybe we even see a world where like the hibernating rock bears start to see play. They always felt kind of bad because it's countdown 3, but if it's only like countdown 1, it's not as bad. It makes you feel better about duplicating it with Talia as well. So I am very excited about these. I love landmarks. I think countdown is a really cool mechanic, and being able to interact with those and make them go quicker, I think is pretty powerful and pretty awesome in general. I like all these synergies. I'm excited to see the rest of what they have for us, especially if they're printing out more countdown landmarks. They're strongly teasing Mr. Zillion here, which I think we're all excited about. So Shurima needs some love. That isn't just playing Nasus to win the game, to flesh out the region as a whole, and I am quite excited. So here are the cards they showed today. So they showed a few cards today. These are the ones they showed off. And really all that matters is Chip is really cute. So that's it. That's all that matters. Chip is great. It's super cute. Look at how cute he is. The takeaways from this are Clockwork Curator is dope. I think Clockwork Curator is actually really sweet. This is a card that I'm really excited for in my Talia Lysandra deck that I made. So I'm very excited for that, which is awesome. I'm very good. I'm very excited for that. And if you look at Blade, if you notice on in the middle, there's not a rarity symbol. So it's safe to assume that this is something to do with Irelia, who they showed in the video. And you can see part of her art in the card, and she makes blades. But this is not a collectible card. So Blade is not a card that you can just put in your decks. These are 3 new cards they showed. I'm very excited for Clockwork Curator. It is like, it's a play effect, not an allegiance effect, to advance landmarks. I think that's really good. I like it a lot. Here's what's important though. Let me show you guys this is the full artwork for Chip. God, how cute. It's so adorable. So that's the cards we have so far. They'll obviously be doing releases or like showing spoilers every day. I think it's like 9 a.m. Pacific every day, because the set comes out on the 5th of May, like a week away. We're very close. But tell me, what cards are you excited about? What things do you want to see in the set? What do you think Zillion's gonna do? We've gotten teasers for Malphite, Zillion, and Irelia in the trailer they showed yesterday, which if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. But tell me, what things are you excited about? Are you excited about these landmark tribal synergies? Do you like countdown as a mechanic? Let me know, because I mean, I'm full of opinions, which aren't opinions, they're facts, but I want to hear yours as well. I like having a discussion. That's all I got for you. Also, remember, I'm going to be streaming every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific. We're theory crafting stuff, building new things, having a good time. So come by, hang out with me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/saucymailman, because that's where I live. Basically, my entire life is spent right there. That's all I got for you, though. I love you very much. Thanks for watching, and until next time, you stay saucy. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and help me destroy the YouTube algorithm overlords by leaving a comment and liking this video. I appreciate you very much. You're amazing, and until next time, you stay saucy.